This Vogue pattern, Vogue 2035, calls for 2 separate fabrics. So it is a jumpsuit, but for the bodice portion, it is calling for like denim and heavier types of fabric. And then for the pants, it is saying to use something lighter like a broadcloth. And I just came back from Fabric Outlet and Crafts, and I ended up just getting one fabric. So I'm just going to use one fabric for the top and the bottom half of the jumpsuit. The fabric was not labeled, and I asked the lady who was cutting the fabric what she thought this fabric was, and she said she thinks it's a cotton poly blend. It feels kind of like a twill. So I purchased that. It did call for over 4 yards of fabric for the size 8. I also picked up a zipper. I couldn't find a zipper that matched exactly, but this one matches okay. So hopefully that won't look terrible. And then I picked up some interfacing. I like to use stretch fusible. So that's what this is. They had white, but I just picked up the black instead. It calls for elastic, so I picked up some of that. And then some buttons to go on the pockets in the back. I don't know if I'm gonna use these or not, I'm debating, but I picked them up just in case. And then I picked up some thread. So I needed gray thread, so I got gray, and then I bought the brown to kind of match the fabric that I'm using for this particular jumpsuit. I haven't cut out any of the pieces. I haven't gotten started yet. I wanted to pick up the fabric first. So I'm going to wash my fabric, cut out the pieces. I'll keep you updated as I go along. The first step in putting the bodice together is to create lapped seams. To create lapped seams, you fold in the seam allowance on one piece, and then you place it on top of your corresponding piece and place it along the seam line. So I marked where my seam line is here, and then I'm just going to take this folded edge, which is folded in 5/8 of an inch, and I will stitch it close to the folded edge all the way down, and then go back and do top stitching. So it's going to be edge stitching first and then top stitching. This is the foot that I'm using for my top stitching, and I'm making sure that this bar is lined up with the fold that I placed on the other fabric. So I did my edge stitching here, and now I'm moving over with this bar lined up, and I'm doing my top stitching. This foot is called a stitch in the ditch foot, and I've also seen it referred to as an edge stitching foot, but it has that bar in the middle, and then it's open in the center. This is what I have after doing the edge stitching and the top stitching, and I'll do the same process for the rest of the bodice. This was all of step number 1. So this is the front of the bodice. I'm lapping the back over the middle back, but if you don't want to lap the seams, you can put them right sides together and then stitch like normal. The back is done and the straps are on. There's a really cute top stitching detail design on the right front of the pants. There are 6 buttonholes in the pants. The buttonholes are for the drawstrings to go through. The drawstrings will be inserted later. So you have 2 buttonholes here at the front, and then you have 2 buttonholes at the bottom of each pants leg. If you decide to put buttonholes on your back pocket flap, then you will actually have a total of 8 buttonholes. The pants have side pockets, And this is how that looks. The back pockets are done, and I did go ahead and add the button to the pocket flap. For the drawstrings, this is your pattern piece, and you cut this pattern piece out one time. So you'll have one long piece of fabric, and then what I did was I drew these lines on my fabric, and then I cut along the lines. I ended up with 4 strips. 2 of these strips will be sewn together to go in the waistband, and the other 2 will go at the bottom of the hem. You do have elastic in the hem, and then the drawstring will go around the elastic. I didn't realize how baggy the pants were going to be, and I have the drawstring pulled pretty tight. And when I was making the pattern, I knew there were gathers in the waist, but even knowing that, I was like, oh my gosh, I think these are gonna be too big. But I'm okay with the way that they look. I like the baggy style. I think that that's really cute, even though it was unexpected. So you have a bodice that fits nice and snug, and I have it on with a strapless bra, and then you have the wide bottom. And then the drawstrings I did put at the bottom of the hem on the pants leg. I wasn't sure if I was going to add the drawstrings at first, but I'm glad that I did. And they are kind of long. So if you ever make this pattern, you might want to shorten the drawstring. The one in the middle is long, but I like that because it gives you a lot of leverage, you know, to pull and tighten it up, especially since the pants are baggy. This is an advanced pattern. I did cut out a size 8. This pattern came out in 2024. There were 25 pattern pieces to cut out and 47 steps in order to complete this project. Now, the pattern calls for a lighter weight fabric for the pants, like a broadcloth, and now I understand why. There are a lot of layers around the waist, and you have to gather the waist up. And it was really difficult to gather the waist with the layers and the thick fabric. So I do wish that I had used a lighter fabric. I think the gathers would have been a little more even. It was also a little difficult to get the zipper in because there were layers also in the front where the zipper is supposed to go, and they wanted you to hand baste, and I had trouble hand basting through all the layers, so I kind of just did the zipper my own way. And in fact, I was supposed to put this fly behind the zipper, and I just opted to leave the fly off because I was able to zip it up just fine, and I didn't really even miss the fly being there. So for me, I guess I used 24 pieces. That was the only change that I made, is to not put the fly behind the zipper. Now I did sew the bodice first. I cut out all the pattern pieces for the bodice, sewed that up, and then sewed the pants separately after I got the bodice all completed. So I treated the 2 pieces like 2 separate garments until it was time to put the 2 together. So I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I think it's perfect for the summer. I can't wait to wear it. I love this. I love this so much. And I kind of think that I might be able to get a top under this so that I can wear it in the fall and the winter also, and not just, you know, in the summer. The pockets are really deep, so I love that. So yeah, definitely worth making, and I'm so happy I gave it a try. I have been wearing this vintage dress. I really like it. It's so comfortable. We're in LA going to a place called House of Pies. Never been here before, and it's a breakfast spot. Looks like they have breakfast and brunch, so hopefully it's good. Okay, so they have shakes and malts, then they have chicken, burgers, sandwiches. They have quite a bit of things, salads and soups. Okay, I thought it was just breakfast. Oh look, they even have dinner too. All right. I think that's it.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
And you need any pasta?